Hi, my name is Trey Harvey, and today we're going to be taking a deeper dive into quality management and its effects on costs. The reason I chose this topic was to learn a little more about the different types of measuring quality and how it affects businesses when it comes to their finances. To fully understand what quality management is, we first need to understand what quality is. So typically when I think of the word quality, I think of something as being good. We think of high quality as high satisfaction of something that we receive or a service that was provided. Providing products or services to customers' needs that exceed customer expectations can promote the service or business in other ways. Previously, we learned from our Disney readings that the customers or patients are only going to promote or praise exceptional services when it exceeds their original expectations. Rather, when any inconveniences occur for a person, they're likely to denote the product or service in a negative manner. At a general level, quality is about doing the right thing for your customer, employee, stakeholders, or business. So a little history about quality management. The concept originated from a man named Walter Shewhart, who conducted research on the analysis of industrial processes while working at Bell Laboratories in the early 20th century. He realized that manufacturing processes can produce data that he could later measure. This revolutionary approach highlighted the advantages of process-centered applications of quality over older product-centered approaches. This concept is now referred to as statistical quality control, and it is the backbone that initiated the exploration of quality in manufacturing. So what is quality management? Quality management ensures that an organization, product, or service is consistent. There are four main components when looking at quality management. These are quality, quality planning, quality control, and quality assurance, and we'll discuss these in further detail in the next couple of slides. So the first one is quality, which is the degree at which an item or process meets or exceeds the user's expectations or requirements. Quality planning is a set of standards, practices, or resources for achieving a goal. At higher levels of this, the goal can be implemented for strategic planning for an organization, and at lower levels, the quality plan assumes roles of actionable plans such as outcomes or satisfaction achieved. Quality control is a process through which a business seeks to ensure the quality is maintained or improved, and it focuses on fulfilling quality requirements and inspecting the aspects of quality management. And finally, quality assurance, which is often interchangeable with quality control, as it is a wider concept that covers all policies and systematic activities implemented with a quality system. So cases of quality management. Implementing quality management and investing requires the initiative of executive sponsorship for any organization. Quality is often a negative, compelling event that results in a loss of market share, and it can come with tremendous costs over time as well. Gaining support can present a strong case of qualitative and quantitative data that tells a story of positive events and financial returns. And in return, organizations can avoid situations that see destructive value and irreversible impacts of the organization, marketplace, and environment. The cost of quality. Cost of quality is the way of measuring the cost associated with ensuring the culture of quality. There are four main types of this as well. The first is preventative costs, which result in designing and implementing a quality management system and preventing quality from arising. These costs can include planning, trainings, and assurance. The second is appraisal costs, which are a cost that result in measuring effectiveness and applying both to manufacturing and supply chain. These costs include verifications, quality audits, and supplier assessments. Third is internal failure costs, which arise when manufacturers discover failures before the product or services are delivered to its customers. And these include any waste or poor processing and diagnostic errors. And finally, external failure costs, which are considered to be the most expensive costs and are usually only apparent after a product or service has reached the customer's hands. These can result in any repairs, claims, or complaints overall. So the cost of poor quality. It can be difficult for businesses to measure, and it struggles to convince stakeholders to mitigate the real cost to its cost centers. These primary consequences can lead to excess waste, complaints, repairs, retesting, and potentially even lawsuits. The traditional cost of poor quality can be assumed to be between about 4 to 5% of a company's annual revenue. Long-term costs can contribute to decreases in potentially up to 10 to 25%. And to put that into perspective, a company with $10 million in annual revenue would be losing about $1 to $2.5 million every year that failures occur, which can be predictable and preventable. These costs are often passed to its customers in the forms of higher prices or services or products, which can lead to dissatisfaction or potentially brand damage. Investing in quality is one of the most effective ways to reducing staggering costs, and the preventative failures are presumed to be like an iceberg effect, potentially, with the cost masking something deeper than what is initially seen. A good example of good quality management at work would be a company called HFI. This company is based in Columbus, Ohio, that deals with automotive interior supplies. Before implementing the quality management system, they relied on separate individual ran quality management systems that hindered their connectivity, productivity, as they were trying to expand their company. After operating and opening their fourth facility, it became crucial to gain leverage on an effective system that could overall boost their efficiency. In turn, they started using quality management systems to configure respectable goals, construct small control groups, and integrate operations to standardize all departments and levels of their company. Later, that they found that this smoothed their overall operations, it increased visibility among upper management, it improved their utilization of their human resources, and it also constructed a system for launching new, future facilities across the United States as well. So finally, the quiz question. What is one of the four main types that make up cost of quality? A, operating costs, B, appraisal costs, C, department costs, and D, quality costs. And finally, here are my references.